Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Visual Radio. Tonight, my guest is Rosetta Swain. Hello, Rosetta.
Hi.
Pastor Swain.
Yes.
Rosetta, how long have you been a pastor?
For about 8 years.
And is your church in New York?
Yes, it's in Buffalo.
Oh, what's the name of the church?
Enter in ministry.
And do you have a lot of gospel singing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have something like every second Sunday night that I have named, That's What Friends Are For.
Oh, wow. So do you do the Dionne Warwick Stevie Wonder song?
Yes, I do the Dionne Warwick.
Elton John, who else? Elton, Stevie, Dionne, and Gladys.
Okay, but I do the version of Dionne. I think Gladys and Dionne is almost about the same.
I love Gladys Knight. What music were you brought up on?
Gospel.
So, and were you brought up in Nashville?
Yes, I was. That's my home.
Ah, so you were born in Nashville.
I sure was. About maybe in summer, used to say like sticking dinner about 3 doors from Bobby. We brought up in the same neighborhood, same family, like sisters and brothers almost. We brought up right there.
Wow. Rosetta, do you have a landline I could call you on?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me call the landline because it's coming in a little underwater. Oh yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. All right, cool. Rosetta Swain's going to call right back on the landline. And we got a fun night in store. We've got Rosetta Swain, we've got Dick Wagner, and then we'll have Steve Hunter on the show. So it's Visual Radio, August 23rd, 2012. Pastor Rosetta Swain, calling from New York. And we got a lot of work here. Good evening, you're on Visual Radio.
Okay, Rosetta.
Oh, Rosetta, that's so much better.
Okay.
So we're talking to Pastor Rosetta Swain. And Rosetta, you were brought up in Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Did you play in the Hebb Kitchen Cabinet Band?
No, but I was in there, but I didn't play.
Oh, so you saw Bobby's mom and dad.
Oh, yeah.
Who, were they your aunt and uncle?
Well, no, they always told us back in the days that we were cousins. We didn't know what side from, but didn't nobody matter. So, but we were almost like sisters and brothers. But they always said we were related as cousins. So I don't know which direction. I can't tell you.
Because you told me you lived 3 houses away from Bobby Hebb.
Yeah.
Now let's
inside the street. Yeah.
Same side of the street.
Right.
Oh man. So what was Nashville like back in the day?
Oh my God! It was it was almost like when you say, "How can a village raise how they said how a village can raise children?" Everybody looked out for everybody, and everybody was your mother and your daddy. If they weren't in sight, whatever they told you to do, you obeyed. I mean, it was just such a closely knitted. You figure like 2.5 blocks long, and going back to the other side streets, everybody was family. Everybody looked out for each other. It was just that much closeness.
Well, that makes me feel so warm inside.
Oh, it was. Oh, my God.
Now, Rosetta, history repeats itself, and everything being cyclical. Can we get this planet back to being close-knit and everyone looking out for everyone else?
That's true. Yes.
So hopefully, you have a ministry in New York.
Right.
And so now we're in 2012. What's the ministry like? What do you see on Sundays?
People that have a need. In other words, maybe they went through something all week long, and mostly in my church, people have a need to pray. I have a praying church that they love to pray for other people, and they love to give to other people. I have a giving ministry, and it makes a difference because they look out for people that they don't even know.
Now, I like that. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you've had the ministry for 8 years.
Just about, yeah.
Is it a church, or do you go to a hall, a function hall?
So we have a church. We've been in this one building now for going on 4 years, and I stemmed out of a church of close to 6,000, and my pastor saw the need to venture out. So he has churches planted all around the city of Buffalo, and I'm just one of them. But he has 4 others.
Oh, amazing. So there's 4 churches, and there's a pastor over all the other churches, like a head pastor.
That's right, yep.
And so
he's called the state overseer, but yet still he pastors, but he's not afraid to let if he sees the need or the calling on somebody's life, I always say he gives you the boot. He boots you out.
Right.
And let you go for it. You know, he doesn't try to keep everybody hemmed up under him. He's not selfish.
And the ministry again is called?
Enter In.
Enter In. Enter In Ministry.
Right.
Oh, it's very, we don't have anything like that around here. We have a lot of churches, and there's a lot of wonderful things happening, but this sounds very special.
Right, it is. We do things for, I love doing things for the elderly. We do things at Thanksgiving time or where we see the need. We just give back. If we see a need, we do it.
Now, you sent me your CD a couple of years back, and where did you record your CD?
You said, where did I record it?
Yes.
Right here in Buffalo at one of the local studios. We laid the track in Nashville. Bobby was there when I laid the first track.
Oh, Jesus.
Buffalo, then I laid the track here in Buffalo.
Oh, so you went down to Nashville with cousin Bobby Hebb.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad that he got a chance to push me, and he had a chance to hear this before Lord took him home, because he got a chance to listen to all of it, give me advice, listen to it, and it just was a good setting.
Now, Jimmy Church was on my show in July. Do you know Jimmy?
Jimmy Church?
Yes.
I don't know that name, Jimmy Church.
Jimmy Church. Bobby played in his band.
I don't recall the last name. I'm not sure.
And so Jimmy Church is 73 now, and he's still out there touring, doing other people's music, but he plays weddings and functions. And Bobby brought him up to New York and wrote a song called "I Wish" for Jimmy.
Wow.
And just like you're telling me, Bobby's kind of like supervising. You know, he would have made a wonderful record producer.
Yes, listen. Yes, he would have. Oh my God, yes, he would have. Because he could tell you things to do just quickly, and and when you did it, it worked, and you knew that it was the right thing to do. You didn't question him and say, "Well, I don't know if that's going to work," or "I don't know if I should do that." You just went on and did it.
You know, oh man, I just wish he was still here with us.
I do too. I miss him. I miss talking to him. I miss going down there. We go in the studio and just cut the food, sing a little bit, and play, and all the sisters and stuff. We'd get together, and I've got tapes, and I've got pictures of how we used to get around the piano and just sing and have fun. I miss that. I do.
Very few people he let change the lyrics to Sonny.
I know it, but when I told him that he almost went and got into tears, but he said, "I've been wanting somebody to do that." He says, and lo and behold, thank God it was you. He said, because it was, like you said, anybody else, he made what he said. No, he said, but he knew somebody was going to do it that he was going to be pleased with. When I started to say the words to him, he just got all full.
It's just amazing to have a gospel version of this wonderful
That's
song.
What he said, yeah.
Now, he let Bill Cosby change the lyrics.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he knew Bill, and so Bill changed him a bit, and Frankie Valli changed him a bit the first time around. Frankie Valli of the Four Seasons has cut Sonny twice.
Okay.
He did it about 6-7 years ago. He did it rather up-tempo and salsa.
Right.
But it's the original lyrics. But in the 60s, he did a very Frank Sinatra version, changed the lyrics.
Wow.
And Bobby let him.
Okay.
So Bobby heard it, and Bobby said, I just let him. It was nice. So, it's wonderful when, the composer hears it and says, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. But
So,
you have to do that. You're right.
You're like one of only 3 people in history out of the 1,000 versions of Sonny that has changed the lyrics.
Wow. I don't want it to die. I really don't. I wish it could be heard. But I really don't want it to die, because when we went in the studio the first time, he was with me. He just was full of tears. He couldn't believe it. He just couldn't believe it.
Well, the thing about the song, it was just recorded by an 18-year-old girl in Britain. girl by the name of Sophie. That she just goes by the name Sophie.
Okay.
And she has a very up-tempo modern version.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a jazz fellow, I should know his name, so there's another jazz version of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And the publisher, Notable Music, they got Toots and the Maytals to do a reggae version.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So the interesting thing about Sonny is it keeps evolving into different genres of music.
I know it. I know.
Disco, reggae, jazz.
Yeah.
There's an Americana version out there, harmonica, trumpet.
Okay.
Who is it? Cy Coleman did it, and so many different people did different versions. Oscar Peterson was one of Bobby's favorites.
Oh, okay.
Bobby loves Oscar Peterson's version.
Okay.
But the other material you tracked on the album, did you track that all in New York?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have other albums out?
I have one. Let's see. I have 2 albums. So I've got 3 in all. I've got 2 before that. They were all strictly gospel. On one, I did the version of I don't know if you remember that song. They sung, "I've been so many places in my life and time." Remember that?
Yes.
So I did. That's on one of them. And then I'm getting ready to do one more CD, but I'm only going to do a single. I'm doing a Christmas song, and then that's it.
You have a lovely voice, Rosetta.
So I think. I think that's it. I'm going to do one more. It's a Christmas song in my heart. I want to do that, and then that's it.
Oh, just keep singing.
I'll keep singing, but I don't know if I'll do any more, CDs.
Oh, bring the recording truck into the church.
Yeah. Don't I wish.
Now, on a Sunday, do you get the whole crowd singing?
Oh, yeah. Everybody, they sing and dance and, they got for it now. They do the mime dances, young people to songs with the flags and all of that. It's real lively.
Interesting, because a lot of churches don't. It's a different feeling. Some churches are very prim and proper.
It all depends on which church you come out of, or how they function in today's society. Everybody is not free to move around like that. But in my church, and most of the ones that are around me, they're free to move and let the young people do, and not afraid to let stuff in, because we always say you can't clean a fish until you catch it.
Uh-huh.
So that's the motto. You don't, some of the churches have come as you are. You don't have to be dressed up to come to church, because God's not looking at your outside, He's looking at your inside.
Now, here in Winchester, we're in Winchester, Mass. Right. Up the street, there's a Catholic church, St. Eulalia's. Mm-hmm. And they have had a folk Mass for years and years, which is very different from all the other Catholic churches, which are, like I said, prim and proper.
Okay.
They go by the old Roman Catholic.
Right.
Everything is very structured, but at St. Eulalia's, it's very different.
All right. That's right. It all depends on who the leader is and what the flavor is. It really does.
But with the Catholic Church, you really have to go through a lot of red tape to be able to get the permission. Right. And you're the permission giver at Buffalo in your church. Yeah.
And then there are a lot of Catholic churches here that are free like that. You walk inside, when you go inside, you would know from the outside that they were Catholic, because they're totally different worship services, are totally different.
I think the Catholic Church and many churches have to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does God justice to keep evolving and awakening spiritually. And
Right.
Otherwise, I think just repeating words and over again, it becomes stagnant.
Right, it does, because when you go home, what did you get?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Do you give a sermon every week?
I sometimes I do, but not every week. I have different things that go on different times. And I have 3 other ministers under me, so I give them a chance to go forward. I have a youth department that I do things every 4th Sunday, so it's not like just me.
Now, when you were a youth, did you have pastors that you admired?
No.
Really?
No.
So when you went to church as a youth, what did you experience?
Nothing but Sunday school and doing speeches at Easter time and Christmas time and stuff like that. And then when you graduated from high school, they would have ceremonies for graduations for the kids in the church. That's about all. That's the main thing you did. Easter, Christmas, stuff like that. That was it.
Can I ask, did you go to a Protestant church in Nashville?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And what was the church?
Pardon me?
What church in Nashville?
Oh, Nashville, I went to Progressive Baptist Church. That was right down the street from us. We could walk to church.
Oh.
Right on 12th Avenue South, right where down, and we, like I said, like maybe 3 or 4 doors from both of Bobby and myself. We could walk to church.
Oh, did Bobby go to the same church?
He went to the same church sometime, and then he went to Keene Avenue, was up the hill, but still was walking distance.
Oh, what was Keene Avenue?
Keene Avenue was it was a Baptist church.
Oh, okay.
Keene Avenue Baptist is where most of the Hebbs went there. And then later on in years, they started going to Progressive, but they mostly went to Keene Avenue Baptist Church.
Was there a big difference?
No, it just, I think it's all of the belief of wherever your parents went, that's where you went.
Interesting, yeah, because we went to Catholic church, and that's how we were brought up. I was Italian Catholic, you know.
And then we all went to the same school. We could walk to school, to our grammar school, and we could walk to school because that was just like maybe 5 or 6 blocks away. So it wasn't, everything was in the community.
Now, what grammar school was that?
Pardon me?
What grammar school?
Grammar school was Carl Lawrence. And it still stands, but it's not, I don't think his name's Carl Lawrence. It's on 12th Avenue, too. Carl Lawrence School, that was the name of it.
So it wasn't far from home?
No, it wasn't. You could walk. It was more about, I'm saying about 5 or 6 blocks.
Oh, it's not bad.
Now, it was on 12th Avenue, too. And then when later on, we went to Cameron High School, so we graduated from, but we had to, that wasn't walking distance.
So when you were growing up in school, did you take to any instruments or just singing?
Oh, yeah, because I've always played piano. I took music lessons in Nashville, and also I started playing, I can't remember that horn, it was a round horn, but I didn't do any good. I wanted to play it so bad, but I didn't master that at all, so I stuck with the piano.
Ah. What didn't you master? What instrument?
Pardon me?
You didn't master what instrument?
I can't remember the name of that horn.
Oh.
I think it was a French horn.
Oh, French horn, okay, because Bobby played trumpet.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I had his friend Bill Root on when Bobby was in the Navy.
Uh-huh.
And Bill Root taught Bobby the guitar while he was in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
So he was on last week.
Yeah, because all I remember was spoons. He used to sit around and with us, and we had to listen to him because it was so fascinating watching him do that as a young boy, play spoons. My God, we just see, well, how did he do that? How does he hold them? But he would do it so fast, and we'd just be sitting around watching him. That was very exciting.
I have videotape of him doing the spoon.
That was exciting.
Yeah, amazing. Now, Hal Hebb, do you remember Hal and his bands?
I don't remember the band, no.
Because he was in the Marigolds and Just Walking in the Rain.
I was real young then. I don't remember too much of that. I remember him, but I don't remember the band.
Oh, okay.
And I used to go play in clubs, but I was too young to go. But his older sister, she told me how she used to go. She could go in the clubs with him, you know.
Shirley?
No, Edna, Helen.
Helen.
That's the oldest.
Oh, okay. What music were you listening to as a child? What were your favorite records?
Oh, boy. When I can remember listening, it was the Caravans. Because she's my mentor. I love Alcina Walker. I love her. Even yet, she's gone on to glory, but I love her. She came to Buffalo the second year I made my album. She was my special guest.
Oh.
I love her. She would talk to me anytime. She was like that. She took up the time to talk to me long distance. I could call her any time of day or night, and she would talk to me. She took the time. So I'm going to say Alcina Walker is one of my favorites in the Caravans. And I didn't like quartet music.
To get to know your heroes, it's just such a thrill.
It is. And that was a thrill. Oh, that was.
And what did she think of your first record?
Pardon me?
What did Alistair think of your music?
Oh, she always told me to stick with it. She said, because you have something here, she said, and she said a lot of things to me I've got down. But she always told me just to stick, whatever I plan on doing in life, stick with it. Don't give up. That's always her favorite thing. Don't give up.
Oh, good advice. Good advice. So when you went on to high school, and how long did you stay in Nashville?
I stayed in Nashville until 1959.
Okay.
Yeah, then I left there and came to Buffalo.
Oh, so you've been in Buffalo since '59?
I sure am. But I would go home every year. But I reside in Buffalo since '59.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's yeah, a long time because.
But it is a long time. It's home away from home, but it's a long time. Yeah.
Buffalo's cold and Nashville's warmer.
I can't hear you.
Buffalo's cold and Nashville is warmer.
Oh, it is. But when I first came to Buffalo and got off the train, I was so afraid because I just knew I told everybody I was going to die because I'm going to be buried in the snow. I had never seen that much snow in my life.
Now, do you get up to Canada much?
Yes, every now and then I go up and mostly go to the American side. I don't go on the Canadian side too much. It's just when I want to go to the resort, I'll go. But I mostly stay on the American side.
So you don't do anything for outreach, like going up to Canada
I don't.
for the ministry?
No, because you have to have so much ID.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, since 9/11, I guess everything's changed.
Yeah, you just can't go. Yeah, everything has to be in order. Don't dare turn you around.
Oh, amazing. It's well, that's not the world we were talking about when we started talking, of everyone taking care of each other in a close-knit family.
It is. That's how it was. And you go back now, even if you go back, and I go back every year just about, and you see the same people or some of the people that you came up with is still the same hospitality. They don't change. They just don't change. You're welcome. And one thing about people in Nashville, I don't care how you could be just got through eating, they want to feed you. They want to feed you.
Oh, that's the way I grew up in the Italian family. You know, my grandmother, my mother, they're always like, eat.
Yeah, we'll feed you. Oh, my goodness.
My parents take people in off the street down in Florida and feed them.
Oh, my God. That's something. That's something.
The good old days. The good old days were special.
Oh, sure. You can't forget that. You can't forget what brought you over. I always say that. You can't forget it.
So if I walked into your church on a Sunday and I could sing That's What Friends Are For.
Oh, you could. They would help you sing it.
Is that the first song, the last song, or anywhere in the middle?
That's the first one.
Okay, so it starts with That's What Friends Are For.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds exciting. And then how does it go from there?
And then it could be whatever. We have praise and worship, and what they call praise and worship. And you do praise songs for everybody to get involved. And then we may have, if it's a fourth Sunday, the kids will do dancing with a CD. They have practice, or they get up and we let them be in charge. Or sometimes they'll read the scripture, or they'll do their announcements, or they'll do the welcome to whoever's there. And we have a portion where everybody gets a chance, if it's time permits, what we call your time. So you can get up and tell about something that's happened in your life over the weekend from Sunday to Sunday that may help somebody else, you know?
Like a testimony.
What could have happened? And then we have an Into Your Presence where we just enter into prayer for whoever and whatever. We don't have to know them. And then we pray for that particular thing. We have a prayer box. And we do all this stuff, and usually we're only in church about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's it. And we do all of that.
So it's just an uplifting moment.
Yes, it is. By the time you come in, you don't know what's going to happen. Because we don't go by a program. You know, it's not saying, okay, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. No. It's however it happens.
Because when we went to church when I was a child, it was in Latin in the 60s. You know, now the Mass is in English.
Right.
And then week after week, it was the same old thing. But it would be, I'll give you a little sample. Pater noster, quies in caeli, sanctificata nomen tuum, advenia regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra.
Okay.
It's the Lord's Prayer.
Okay.
But week after week, we'd say it in Latin.
Wow.
And then the Lamb of God, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. So just for the brainwashing, I remembered the Latin that way better than I learned it in class.
See that? Because you had to.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was a certain element of dreariness of every week being like a robot.
And it had to be. You know, you no surprises. You knew what you was going to do. It was already set in pace. See, we don't function like that.
Hey, half a century later, I'm still reciting the Lord's Prayer in Latin to you, you know?
My goodness.
So that's real that's real brainwashing.
Right.
That was before Vatican II.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
But your church welcomes all people from all religions.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's open. It's open. We have some of everybody that comes to church. You know, it doesn't matter, and nobody says one word. You know you're welcome when you walk in the door. It's just like that. It's just what you don't do. It's just like that.
So any denomination can walk in and feel good.
Right, right.
Do people get up and talk about their churches?
No, they don't. They really don't. They don't. Because I guess it's so much else to do. They feel so much freedom. They ain't got time to talk about no other church.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just interested because I find it all fascinating.
Yeah, it's freedom. It's freedom.
You know, I had some friends up from Philadelphia, and we went to the Christian Science Church in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Which is like the Vatican here. This is where Mary Baker Eddy founded her church.
Okay.
And it's a major cathedral. It is so beautiful. I'd never been in it, in Boston. And the pipe organ is gargantuan.
Oh, I can imagine.
And so if you ever come to Boston, I have to take you.
Okay.
And then they have a maparium, which is a big stained glass globe of the world. And the equator, there's a plank, and you walk through the equator, and you can see, you're walking through the whole planet. It's an amazing, just this big, huge stained glass globe of the earth that you walk through. It's so acoustically perfect, you have to whisper.
Wow.
Because when you whisper, it's like a boom across the room. It's amazing. You have to see this. And I just like looking at different churches and how they're built.
Right, right.
Now, you were on television recently.
And I just been ready to say, I got that tape, finally got the tape, so I'm going to make a copy of it, I'm going to send it to you.
Because I couldn't find it on TV, so I don't...
Yeah, I don't know why come it wasn't. I'm surprised, because that's worldwide. But I'm going to send you a copy of it.
Now, what was that all about?
It's I don't know if you are familiar with TTC. That's a worldwide broadcast.
Okay.
Comes on all over the world.
Amazing.
Let's see, what's it? In Buffalo, it's called TCT. It could be called CBN, or it could be called Christian Broadcasting Station, but it's all over the world.
Okay.
Everywhere. Anyway, they called me and asked me would I come on and do 3 songs for a segment which is called Celebrate. And I did. And I did first 2 songs. The last song I did was the Jesus of Sunday.
Okay.
So it's a video, so I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, we'd love to see it.
I'm going to send it to you, yeah.
Oh, thank you. What were the first 2 songs?
I just got it. One I did was It's Already All Right. That's off of the CD. And the other one I did was, I think it was number 1, Close to Thee. And then the last one I did was Jesus.
Now, who backed you up?
Nobody. I had the track.
Oh, you had the CD.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the tracks with you.
Right, I have that, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So when I go there, I don't have to worry about nobody playing it right or playing it whatever. I've got the track.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you sing it in church? Do you sing to the tracks in church?
You know, I just got to singing, and they have a thing here called Gospel Fest. I sung on that outside in the park, and I sung on last week that they called Taking It to the Streets. Over 1,000 people I sung on that.
Oh, what was that called?
I do a lot.
Wow, what was it called last week?
Taking It to the Streets.
Oh.
And this is the 24th annual Taking It to the Streets. And I've been on it for about, I guess I've been on it for a good 10 years. I've been on that one.
And did you do Jesus?
I didn't do Jesus on this one, no. Mm-mm.
Last year?
Last year I did it, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when it first came out, yeah, I did it.
Oh, so that's good. So where is that done? Is that right in Buffalo proper?
Well, it's in one of the big parks here, and they have people from the community that's on stage recording people. Then they have 2 recording people from people that's out there that's already in the industry. And they had Ernest Pugh was here last week from I don't know where he's from, but he's a big recording artist. And then on that's what the first one, Gospel Fest, they had this man. I don't know if you watch Sunday Best.
No.
Okay, well then Sunday Best man from Kirk Franklin was here in Buffalo on the Gospel Fest. I sung before he did. He was on there. So it's like 2 big functions they have every year in the park here in Buffalo.
We have a Winchester Day here where the whole town comes out. It's such a party.
Mm-hmm.
I wish more communities would do it.
Yeah, they do this every year here, so it's all the same thing. They have dinners. It was over 1,000 people at both places.
That's amazing.
Good, it's good.
Are they picnicking and?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Vendors and all kind of things they had.
So, what do you have planned? What's your?
You know what? Right now I'm kind of calming down because I try to go as much as I can when the summer months, because after September, Buffalo weather starts to changing.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen. But I have wrote people. I have sent CDs to people. I have tried to get that, not just the whole CD, but I want that version of Jesus. I want people to hear it. But I've lost. I've exhausted my contacts now, so I don't know nobody else to send it to.
Oh. We'll have to put our thinking caps on because it's too important.
I don't want that song to die, and I want to let it be known that it was a gospel version of it done, and I'd like for people to hear it.
Have you done a Google on gospel radio stations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll look around here.
Okay.
I'll look around and see who's doing things, because we have reggae shows. We have every kind of show you can imagine.
Right, and see, I'm not computer-wise. I need somebody to show me a proper here. I don't know how to get it on YouTube or all those things. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, do you want me to upload your Jesus on YouTube?
I don't know how to do all of that.
If you want me to do it, I'll do it.
Yes, please.
Oh, good. When you send me the tape, I'll upload it.
Okay, I will.
Is it on DVD or tape?
It's on it's on the DVD. On DVD, and you got the CD, right?
Right.
Okay, so you can get off of there.
Yeah, but if you send me the tape of you singing on TV, will they allow us to play it?
I just got it. I'm going to get a copy made Sunday, and then I'm going to mail it to you.
Yeah, they'll let us put that up, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because it's your performance.
Things, yeah.
Very good. Let's go back to Nashville.
Okay.
In the early days, did you ever? When you were old enough, did you go to any clubs?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
Never did.
But your cousin was at 3 years old. Bobby was dancing on stage at the Bijou Theater.
I never saw him dance on stage.
So, what did you think? You knew your cousins were very musical. Did you think anything would come of it, or anyone would have a big hit record?
Oh yeah, we knew. We I don't know why. I can't tell you how we knew. But when he first started singing Sonny around in the neighborhood, this clown, not clowning, but fooling around.
Yep.
You knew then that was going to be a hit. You just didn't know when. You know how you just knew that song. That's a good one. That's it. You just knew it. You just knew it. I can't explain it to you, but you did. And my brother's name, he always thought that him and Bobby's birthday is the same date. Same day, July 26th. They always called themselves Goldust Twins. And he told Bobby, he said, "You wrote this song for me." Because we called my brother Sonny.
What was your brother's real name?
But we knew that song was going to be a hit. Knew it.
What was your brother's name outside of Sonny?
Outside of Sonny, nothing else really clicked with me. I liked some of the other songs, but for some reason, that song has always been, embedded.
And what was your brother's name who was born on July 26th? Your brother on July 26th, what was his name?
My brother, his name was Robert Brown, but his nickname in the South was Sonny.
Oh, Robert Brown.
Called him Sonny Boy.
Oh.
He was like, "Boy, you wrote this off me." They kid around, but their birthday's the same date, July 26th.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is. It just is. It just was strange. Oh my God. And they always, when they come back out of service, or they come back to special, they always will hook up with each other. It was the strangest thing. Same birthday. Yep.
What kind of twins did you call them?
And right today he remembers that. He's like, "Well, Bobby just had another birthday." I said, "You did too." Yeah.
You called them twins. What kind of twins?
I was down south. They used to say Goldust Twins. I don't know what that meant.
Oh, Goldust Twins. Okay.
I don't know what that meant.
Sounds more like Texas.
Yeah, well, I don't know where that come from.
Now, do you have any ideas of, I know you're calming down, but maybe going down to California or Texas or somewhere to sing?
I don't, hey, whatever the Lord opens the door, you know, I'm able to do it. But it's just the door has to open. Yeah.
Now, what gospel groups are up in Buffalo? Are there any, like, you know, there's the Walter Hawkins Singers and the Edwin Hawkins Singers. They're cousins, I guess. Are there any groups?
I thought they were brothers. Are they cousins?
Maybe they're brothers. I'm not sure.
Okay, I think they're brothers.
I love both groups. I love both. You know,
Yeah.
it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Sister act with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yes, I did.
Both of them?
Yeah, I got the tapes.
What do you? That's pretty good. The music director really had a knack for getting it down.
That's right. That's right. And they got to get him, whoever was could do, because that was some really good. That was good.
Now that's what we got to do. We got to get Whoopi to come up to Buffalo and do Sister Act 3.
I bet she's gonna say I'm through.
I don't. You know, because it's a theme that's endearing and enduring as well. And to get Jesus, the sunny version of Jesus, into Sister Act 3 would be fun.
Wouldn't that be something?
Because they did that. They took my guy into my God.
Yes.
But you've already done it.
Yes. Yes. I didn't think about that. You're right.
And you had the blessings of the guy who wrote the song.
Oh, I did. I had a chance to go in the studio and do it with him. Oh, I'm telling you, that's what's so nice.
Well, you know, we were on the phone quite a bit, and he was quite excited about it.
Oh, he was. I'm telling you, I told you, if you could have saw the expression when I called Bobby and told him, I said, I got a surprise for you. I said, I don't know how you gonna feel about it. He said, oh, girl, come on here, sis, and tell me. And I told him, he got so quiet. He said, I don't believe this. He said, I have always, that's the first thing, I have always wanted somebody to do that. He says, and not just on anybody. I wanted somebody to do that. He said, that was my heart's desire. I thought, wow, Bobby. And I had wrote that about 3 years prior before I even told anybody and put that in a box. Didn't tell a soul. You know how you take and mail something back to you?
Yep.
That's what I did. I taped it and mailed it back to me and put it in a drawer and never opened it. And I don't know what made me that year. I said, I'm going to tell Bobby this here because he ain't going to believe it. I said, I got to tell him. And that's when I pulled it out. I said, oh, my God. And he couldn't believe it. He was just, I'm telling you, he was almost in tears.
Now, did you play it on the piano when you were singing it?
No, when I went down to his house, he played it and I sung it to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he on piano or guitar?
Yeah, he's on his grand piano in his living room.
Now, I'll tell you a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
You know Frank Sinatra covered Sonny.
Okay, you told me that.
With Duke Ellington.
Uh-huh.
So, Nancy Sinatra came to the House of Blues in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So I called Bobby up. You know, I brought him to see Bernard Purdie, the great drummer.
Okay.
Aretha Franklin's drummer, played with Bobby, and they cut an album together, but they were good friends. And part of my mission in life was to reconnect Bobby with his old friends.
Okay.
So Bernard Purdie and the late Sylvia Robinson, and I got to get Bobby back in touch with these great people, and he had so much fun. It was just, I knew he had to say hi to them, you know?
Right.
So I said to him, you know, Nancy Sinatra's in town. We really should go see her. Because there was a TV show. And they had, what's her name? Jennifer something Hudson.
Okay.
Not Jennifer Hudson, but, I forget her name. And she was playing Nancy Sinatra singing Sonny.
Okay.
So we have the tape of that. And so I'll send you an email on that.
Okay.
So I said, Bob, we got to go see Nancy Sinatra. He said, I'm playing tonight. I said, what are you doing playing when I'm your videographer? I videotape everything. He goes, oh, it's in my backyard. It's in Rockport. I said, Bobby, I'll be there. I threw the camera in the car and ran up to Rockport. It's a good thing I did. It was the only time on stage I've ever seen him do Sonny on a piano.
Wow.
So we have that at the Rockport Inn, and I wrote the story up for the local paper. They printed it. So he got a lot of activity out of that. But they had celebrities from the Cape Ann area. Every month they had a celebrity playing at the Rockport Inn. Bobby packed the place. They hadn't had the place packed like that except for Bobby Hebb.
Wow.
And Rosetta, I got it on tape. It was just, he did his life story at the piano.
At the piano. So he played a lot with me in his home in Nashville. He got on the piano, and we just would just reminisce. We sang hymns and just little stuff that we both know, we both knew. He did that.
I wish he taped it.
But he didn't. We just be sitting in the living room fooling around. And I never thought about, you don't think about stuff like that when you're having fun.
Yeah, I know.
And he just was and then he would sit down, he said, oh, do you remember this song? And this is how we did. But we didn't think about taping stuff, we just be having fun.
He didn't think he was a very good piano player?
No, he didn't. He chord a lot.
Huh?
He would call himself, he said he would chord a lot. He could play a lot of chords on the piano.
He was such a sensitive musician. No matter what instrument he played, he was great at it.
Right.
He was so good on the piano, and right. I guess that was the humble side of him.
Well, I don't know why he played a lot with me. And like I said, I guess by us being so free and having so much fun, right then, you don't think about recording nothing, you know.
I know.
Who knew? You just reminiscing and going back and just laughing and singing songs we knew and having fun. That's what we did.
Wow, that's so good. Are you going to get back down to Nashville soon?
Yeah, I'm going back in November.
Oh, you have to see family?
Yeah, we have our school reunion is every day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, so you're going to be down there for Thanksgiving?
So I'm hoping the weather going to hold up, yeah, because family reunion will be, and everybody from anywhere, you try to come back, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be singing?
Oh, well, we'll be singing. Oh, yeah, the Glee Club, everybody gets together and reminisce. We have a lot of fun.
So do people call you up in the middle of the night, Pastor, I need to talk to someone?
Oh, my God, you just don't know. I was talking about that today. It never ends, because when I go to sleep, that don't mean I'm going to sleep through the night. Because they call me, text me, any time of night or morning. Don't make no difference.
So you're almost like a psychiatrist to them.
Yeah, I have to go to the hospital. Right now I need to go to the hospital to see somebody that's in intensive care. It never stops. So sometimes when I'm getting rest, I get it when I can. Because I'm on call.
We're going to send good thoughts out to whoever's in intensive care right now in Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it's your calling, though.
It is, and I recognize that. So I don't get mad. I don't go say I'm asleep or I'll turn over so I'll get it later. I just get up, put my clothes on.
Now, do they call you from Nashville or from California or from?
They'll call me from Nashville, different places for prayer, but they don't call me for no emergencies, you know. But
yeah.
But here in Buffalo, they don't care what time they call me. They call.
And I hope they appreciate you.
That's what everybody says. I think they do, though. I think they do. I really do. You know, I think they appreciate it. I really do.
Well, I appreciate what you do for people. Sometimes people can't say it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're overwhelmed with just, they need that person there and you're the voice. Your voice is so nice.
Right. Oh.
Well, it is. You have a very calming voice and you have a beautiful singing voice.
Great. Thank you.
No, you do, Rosetta. I'm so glad Bobby introduced us.
Thank you.
You know,
well, I'm so glad he was in my life because, and I'm glad that we had the time that we had when he came back to Nashville to live. I'm glad we had the time that we had until the end because we could not have had that kind of time together, you know?
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden, he moved from Rockport to Nashville. I was shocked.
I'm so glad because he took the time out for those when he came back. Those that he cared about, he took the time out. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that for him because he didn't have to do that. You know, he could have said, well, you're in Buffalo and forget you. But he didn't.
No, he's just such a wonderful man.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I talked to his daughter, Katoto.
I talked to her, too. She's doing good.
Yeah, and she's thinking of doing a gospel version of Proud Soul Heritage.
Oh, okay.
Now, that was a song Bobby had on Laurie Records.
Okay.
And Capitol Records just got purchased by Sony Music.
Okay.
Which, Universal Music, where Bobby's Sonny album is.
Oh.
So that's good news. So Universal owns, he did a disco version of Sonny in 1976, he did Sonny Disco.
Yeah.
With Joe Renzetti. Joe Renzetti had a hit with Venus by Frankie Avalon.
Mm-hmm,
That old Venus song they redid for disco, so they took Bobby's Sonny and they redid that for disco.
Wow.
But the nice thing is that it's all on Universal, so I can talk to the people at Universal and try to beef up the album and put out a deluxe Sonny album.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Because I do not want this song to die. I really.
Oh no, it's doing well. It's in a yogurt commercial.
Yeah.
It's in movies.
Okay.
And I stay on top of it. I watch who's recording it on YouTube.
Okay.
Rosetta, there's a fascinating thing happening on YouTube.
Wow. See, I don't know nothing about it.
There's a guitar teacher. I should know his name. He's a jazz guy.
Uh-huh.
And he did an instrumental version of Sonny.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, there's dozens of these guys playing guitar to Sonny,
Wow.
all with their own versions to Greg Howe, Howe.
Uh-huh.
So I think if you go into youtube.com and you put
Okay.
Greg Howe, Howe,
Okay.
Sonny,
Okay.
all these versions of Sonny come up, brand new, people jamming to Bobby's song.
All right.
It's really amazing.
And you would think if they do it to just that version, think about what some gospel person or some gospel DJ or whatever would do to the gospel version. They haven't heard it.
Well, YouTube is such a jungle. And
Yeah.
the only thing, but there's a good aspect to it in that jungle, because when you do a song like Sonny, if you put Sonny Gospel in the title, on the right-hand side of the page, other gospel songs come up.
Okay.
When you send me the DVD, I will upload it.
Oh, I'm going to do it. Yeah.
I'll upload it, and you'll see when you go to YouTube, on the right-hand side of the page, you might see Edwin Hawkins singers, Oh Happy Day.
Yeah.
Melanie Safka, Lay Down, with the Edwin Hawkins singers, Anything gospel-related comes up on the right-hand side, so you can try watching that.
Right, okay.
So YouTube has an interesting way of connecting the dots.
Okay.
But we're talking to Pastor Rosetta Swain. And Rosetta, we only got a couple of minutes left.
Okay.
What's the name of your album again, your new album?
It's Me and Thee.
Me and Thee.
And wait a minute. This one, the one that you're talking about on it, it just says From Me to You.
From Me to You.
Hmm?
And do you have a website?
No, I don't. But I don't have it in front of me because I don't be going to. But I'll email you the website that I have from my church, and then you can get it that way.
Oh, okay, good. And
Okay.
Pastor Rosetta Swain is on Facebook. If people want to Facebook her, you can be found on Facebook, right?
Right.
And I'm on Facebook. And boy, I've had so much fun talking to you, Rosetta.
Yes, this is great. I've been waiting for this day to come.
Well, you got to come to Boston.
Well, hey.
You know?
Yeah, and I'll come. If a plane can get me, I can get there.
All right. Well, we're gonna, we should see if there's something gospel related is happening here that you have to come here and,
No problem.
and have some fun.
Have some fun. There you go.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Rosetta. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Pastor Rosetta Swain on Visual Radio. Today's August 23rd, 2012. And Bobby Hebb is out there playing with the Beatles 46 years ago tonight. The tour has 7 more days to go till the 30th. And next week on the 30th, we will do a special on the Beatles tour. And I'm hoping next week that we have Blind Owl Blues. Or the Yardbirds might be on. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. This is Visual Radio. Pastor Rosetta Swain was our guest tonight.